Welcome back to the Addicted Motors Podcast, the first best podcast. I don't know what you say.
Welcome back to the Addicted Motors Podcast, the second best podcast on the internet. This was back for probably our 16th episode with the group. We're at Sports Car Workshops for Car Night. Every Thursday in Richmond, Virginia, we have Car Night with a bunch of our buddies. We sit down, talk cars, sales, storage, service, race cars,
love,
Land Rovers, love,
relationships,
hate, arguments, the whole thing. Pretty much every time, anything that anyone wants to talk about car related,
whatever pops into your mind,
we touch on it.
Which is a dangerous route with Troy.
It is a dangerous route. This week we've got two main topics which we'll get to in a little bit. The first one is cars that left the greatest impression on you, and it doesn't have to be your favorite car, but a car that maybe you were surprised by, but it has a special place in your memory, and it might not be the fastest or the loudest, the most interesting car, but a car that left a lasting impression on you. And the second one was, I forgot what it is. Sitting in the back seat. What car left the biggest impression on you by just sitting in the back seat?
Two impressions. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't be an impression, but what car have you sat in the back seat and you're like, I mean,
you're gonna hate
could have been as a kid.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
You're
I
gonna
know.
hate
Yeah,
my answer.
We're digging into the nostalgic aspect of automobiles and maybe some guilty pleasures of cars that might not check those enthusiast boxes. But before we do that, let's kind of get into the business here. Events. We want to kind of touch on events and things that are happening in the local Richmond area. Since we like to be a part of that, we've got our Cars and Coffee every Saturday morning at Ken 7 a.m. downtown Richmond. It's a good turnout, good group of enthusiasts. They've got food and coffee in the morning, so it's not a parking lot picnic. It's we're street parked and we try to keep it social.
Parking lot
we
picnic.
call it the real Cars and Coffee.
Real Cars and Coffee, right? It's not a spectator sports. We want to talk to the people that drove the cars there and maybe inspire some conversations and other types of events. And if you're into the Land Rover thing, we've got a work weekend this weekend out at Pearls Pond. It's going to be a good one. We're going to be actually driving around and checking all the trails, making sure they're still passable, which is the best type of work weekend. So if you're local and you're into Land Rover stuff, I'll probably make a video on it. It'll be a good time. All right, we'll let Mike with Sports Car Workshops get into shop updates for the week. Anything interesting, crazy, parts issues, crazy customers? What have you guys been doing here at Sports Car Workshops?
Shop updates. What did I do this week?
This is the heavy. Oh, no, this is the good one. Money Pit.
We're drinking the Money Pit.
That's about a year old.
Yeah, almost 2.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make your own beer for an event. Sometimes it sits around.
Yeah. Shop updates. Let's see. Not even going to talk about air-cooled stuff. I'm sure people are tired of that. A lot of air-cooled stuff. Just had TR6 come in. The classic post-purchase inspection.
Oh, that's a new purchase.
Yeah. And the head's off, within 12 hours of it showing up.
Well, first of all, that's pretty easy to take off. Second of all,
It's not bad.
I saw the car. Oh, this is the gray one. Right?
Yeah, the gray
Saw the car when it came in. We were kind of ogling at it because it was a cool color.
Good. Yeah, I like the color.
Gray metallic, red interior, but like all TR6s.
Got the red line tires.
You open the hood and it's the engine base still maroon. So, I mean,
yeah.
I love when I try to sell a TR6, always ask me if it's original paint, original car. I'm like, buddy, these things have been molested and touched by generations of people now, and you never know what the original color is. There's no stamping or anything. And you don't want it to be the original color, honestly. Hopefully it was nicely repainted.
Yeah, the paint wasn't that good of quality back then.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really like a paint and body guy, but a color change is definitely something that I don't love.
I mean, you can do a color change as long as they paint the engine blade black.
Yeah, if I'm opening things and I can see remnants of the old color, that just bothers me.
Yeah. Yes.
And I don't even wash my cars.
I'm
but
not a
still,
paint guy.
That gets to me a little bit. But whatever. Looks good from a distance, and if you enjoy driving it, you do you. A couple TR6s, rolling through a few of those right now. Getting on our British car grind again, I guess.
They're getting put away for the winter, so they got to get a little service.
Yeah, the weather's nice right now, so everybody's their last hurrah. Rolls Royces. Let's see what else is over there right now.
Oh, you know what? I looked in there, and there happens to be a Ferrari 355 replica challenge car that.
I just assumed we had talked about that on the last one.
I don't know.
That thing is sick.
So this car is if you are paying attention to auctions and the world,
literally
of
any
sales,
auction, it's been on.
It's been on all the sites, and of course, it ended up here. Like I said, little shop in Richmond. Like I said, we have a little bit of a reach when it comes to things ending up here sometimes. But it's a red, I don't know, 95.
So the cool thing with that is it's got a title.
Yeah,
it does have a title,
which most challenge cars, about half of them have a title.
We don't think it's a real. It's built as a challenge.
You
car.
can read the
It's got
story
carbon
on.
bodies. It's got a cage.
It's been on P-Car Market, Bring
Yeah.
a Trailer, and Cars and Bids. The story's out there.
It has challenge brakes, wheels, and I got to check the cage, but it's got real challenge parts on it.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
They're hard to get. So
Yeah, because it was built in the time period. I want to say, I'd have to go back and read the auction, but I think it was wrecked early on in its life and kind of went through this
Still a
conversion.
gated manual, almost straight piped V8.
Super rev happy.
Rev
I mean,
happy race engine
on
built.
slicks, it's
For
a
the
beast.
price of a
challenge car. It's got
Oh
more
yeah, it's beyond a
for a
challenge car.
price of a tricked out Hyundai Palisade, you could have a gated manual titled Ferrari.
Equally
race car.
livable, if you ask me.
I mean, that should be the topic of this whole episode. And actually, if you're looking for a Ferrari, this 348 behind us is for sale.
If I didn't already have a yellow gated manual
Yeah.
355, I would be buying that
Yeah.
car right now.
This is
Which
why
I
we're
guess
terrible
one's
at
enough.
sales.
Yeah.
What is this? It's got recent timing belt service, tires, everything. It's what, 75 grand? Buys it.
75 grand. It's on the period.
28,000
wheels,
miles
speed
on
lines.
speed lines.
Those are
Yeah.
very rare. And
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nice little exhaust on it. Had the headers done.
Those are actually correct for a 348.
with the manifolds.
So excited.
So if you call me on this car, I might even give you a deal. So that's a little sales pitch on a beautiful yellow.
I want to bring more
348.
cars in. Make this one go away.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Shop updates.
Making some progress on the Lotus Lawn, the M100. That's unsurprisingly, parts are brutal on that.
And I forgot that car had a little turbo in it. That makes it a little cooler.
Yeah, I'm excited to drive
It's-
it, but
You know,
it's
the engine bay looks exciting.
Alternator, right? It was,
the alternator locked up. But we're also doing a timing belt, which is kind of the bigger process that's happening on the other side of this wall right now. I've got some work done on E24, a little bit of tune-up stuff, bounce some tires.
You tried to buy a race car. That's not. That's
Almost
shop
bought a
related.
race
Almost bought another
car.
race car.
Got sniped on a deposit. Almost
Apparently,
bought.
it's harder to buy nicer, good-looking race cars.
Man, that would have been 3 caged E36s for me
You
this
can
year.
buy
That would've
ugly
been
race
insane.
cars all day.
Yeah. Oh, once I'm on it, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
General stuff.
All right. Next one, sales update. We'll talk about cars that we have for sale and cars that were upcoming and recent actual sales. Because we mentioned it last time. I think we've sold the Lotus. I'm going to chalk it up as sold the Lotus.
Deposit is taken.
Deposit is taken. There's also another one. I told the owner today that it's going to probably sell. We're waiting for the full installation, but you know, if you've got money in my pocket, it's pretty good money. The guy's interested. I was just checking. There's one on Bring a Trailer that's live now, which sold 2 years ago for $220,000 with 8,000 miles, which
Insane.
obviously low mile
How many miles
car.
on this one?
29, which I don't know if you want one with 9,000 miles.
No,
I'm sure it's
everything's gonna
beautiful,
need to
but
be replaced.
right.
I mean, he basically just
Yeah.
over 100 grand per 10,000 miles
Yeah.
on this one.
And
just
that-
did.
Which is nice up until the car's about 15 years old, and then it actually causes problems.
I feel like a low mileage
yeah.
Porsche is different than a low mileage Lotus. I think I want a couple miles and some service.
You want your cars driven a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. Rubber.
But obviously, that car has in the 2 years. The owner is assuming he's assuming it's going to have appreciated in that time, and I don't believe that the stronger 2023 market carries over. I feel like he's going to take a loss on that car.
You can't buy a car for a car that's normally worth 100-ish for 220 and expect. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But
And I looked at
The top
I looked at the
0.01%
other
of
sale. It
Lotus
was
sales.
two guys going at it for $100,000, and unless you get those
yeah,
two guys,
you got the two people that were
not
just
going to find it.
you know, worse than me with E36 cages.
Yeah, it's more fun when it's sub 10 grand. But yes, the Lotus is going to move on. Hopefully, it'll sit in the background for a couple months. But that one, it took a little while. But I think we found the right guys enthusiastic about it. It's going to be a great car.
It's a long-term keeper.
It's a long-term
Yeah.
keeper. You know, again, if you want a nice one, that's it, right? You can buy crappy ones for 50
I will
grand
miss
all day.
seeing it. It's a gorgeous
Yeah.
car.
Oh yeah, awesome car.
Yeah.
We sold the Rover Roulette L322 SC. The owner wanted us to do some work to it, so we did the control arms and the axles, so that thing runs and drives great now. He'll be picking up this week, so happy Rover Roulette customer there. At least I think he's happy, but he's no issues on the side. We have been paid, so all good to go. What else? Oh, we've got the W261 civilian class G-Wagon that'll be for sale eventually. It's got to do some minor things in the shop to get it prepped for bring a trailer, which is, that's the issue we have with selling cars, right? We're pretty particular. We want to be able to sell a decent
We want to be proud of the car we're
product.
selling,
Yeah, and
within
so,
reason.
Yeah, like again, the owner will obviously have his choice of optional things to fix, but there's a minimum amount of things that need to be fixed for it to pass state inspection and us to put our name behind it for sale, and that's what we're going to do first. It doesn't need a lot of things, just like get the horn fixed and some turn signals, but
Yeah, battery draw.
Yeah, all those
that
things
stuff
are-
like that. That's annoying
Right.
when it adds up.
if you're an old car enthusiast, none of these things should surprise you, but you don't want the car to get off the trailer and it be dead the first day someone pays a good amount of money
Happens
for
to
it.
us all the time. On
Happens
the
to us a
receiving
lot.
end.
Yep. It's I just jumped 2
I
cars
have
today.
4 jump boxes for a
Right.
reason.
That's the nature of 15 to 30-year-old cars.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and sale. I mean, and I forgot Pete's 164 still hasn't shown up. It's
Yeah.
actually, you should check the app. It said it was going to be picked up today. I don't know
yeah?
if that's true
we'll
or
see.
not.
So that may be for sale.
That may be for sale. Oh, well, we can talk about Pete's sales cars because he's got his own cars that will be probably on the chopping block soon.
Yeah.
We still have the awesome, almost perfect, high mileage P38 for sale. White, one owner, Arizona truck, no rust, recent service, runs and drives awesome. You're not going to find a better one for the money, and an awesome D2. So those are the modern classics we have for sale. We also have
I
a
can't
couple
believe those haven't
TR6s.
sold yet. Those things are great.
They're great.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was talking to Jansen about today. I'm like, for some reason, if I had the cars at my house and was selling them as a private owner, they would have sold, I believe, by now. But I feel like because it's being sold by a dealership, they might be a little worried.
They probably just assume we did the
Yeah.
old tire shine.
Right.
1,
But
2.
again, we put miles on these cars. I've done videos on these cars. If you follow the channel,
We're
you've
experts in those cars.
you've
So,
seen
yeah.
you've seen the car from day one. You know what I mean? So there's nothing to hide. And again, believe me, I've let my mother-in-law drive it. So like I trust these vehicles.
I don't know. Were you hoping it would strand her? Or?
That's the litmus test, right? Like if I'm like, hey, drive this car 100 miles home, I know it'll be okay, and it was fine, and she didn't even complain. She's like, yeah, drove like a normal car.
Yeah,
So,
no, it drives great.
yeah. So that's it. Again, we'll maybe touch on some other sales cars at the end of the segment, but that is the sales update. Do we talk about storage?
Nope.
Don't
You're going
talk
to
about
jinx it.
storage.
And
We're going to jinx it, so we'll move on to the next topic. Rover's update. I don't have any specific Rover-related update for this week. I will talk about my week in cars real quick in this segment. My CE43. Again, the accidental purchase,
I like
California,
this.
black on,
nice.
multicolor interior, C43, 2 owner, 143,000 miles. It was the perfect used car when it showed up. Again, I kind of purchased it accidentally. I paid a good price for it. I'm not mad about that at all, but I think it's going to turn out to be a solid car. It needed a little bit of massaging. I'm still doing a little bit of massaging, but it has no rust. The paint is presentable. The interior is presentable. I got to probably unbend the wheels and put tires on it. I already ordered lowering kit for the suspension, and we're going to do some things to it, but it's impressive. I've gotten a lot of great feedback on it. I kind of wanted to talk about one day. I think Mercedes of that generation are on the rise. I was listening to Doug DeMiro's talking about E55s, C43s. The guys out at MB Market have been pushing and getting a lot of great sales for ML55 AMGs. And again, E55s and C43s.
ML55, that's a car I just cannot get behind.
It's okay.
Well,
No,
I
the
think
first
the
gen.
only-
From the aesthetic for
First,
me.
Holding those cars back is that there's no manual transmission.
I just don't like the
I
look of them.
think that's being overlooked. I think
I agree
Mercedes
with
is
you, but
gonna.
that's why. I think that's why.
Oh yeah, I think Mercedes is gonna start having its day. Again, I'm biased from the content that I watch. I feel like it's going in that Mercedes direction. We
All you have to do
watched.
is drive one.
Well,
Yeah, they drive. I mean, they
They're
drive.
amazing cars.
And
Troy
I don't
accidentally-
compare it to a Porsche. That's where, like, for value for money,
totally different car.
It's-
yeah.
it's wild. And everyone's had BMWs, so it's like if you want something in that same segment but different, they're good cars.
Well,
I
you
thought.
accidentally bought it, so now you're committed to pumping the market up.
Listen,
I
I've
respect the
had
game.
2 people that have made a kind of offers on it. I haven't asked them to come check it out because I like the car and it's fun to drive.
That's a
So-
way better commuter than
Well, the
The
thing,
Porsche.
I think the difference between that and a BMW is the BMW has a cooler interior, but nowhere near as well built. Like,
Yeah,
Well, I
the
feel like
Mercedes interior holds up so much better.
I feel like it's also on the other end of, they're not either as extreme, but luxury versus sportiness.
Yeah.
I feel like your average BMW leans a
They're
bit more
sporty,
to
yeah.
the sporty side.
yeah, but
than the-
sporty, but to a point. And
that's an AMG.
but
usually.
my-
I'm not saying it's slow, but it just doesn't have that sharp turn
So
and
there's
feel
so
like a
the
BMW.
bell curve of sporty versus maintenance is where things get screwed up because you can drive a lot of old BMWs that are clapped out, even if they're not that clapped out, everything's worn out, and the sportiness that came from the factory is no longer relevant in comparison to a well-maintained Mercedes. So
I don't know.
when you compare things like that, I mean, yeah, it might have a quicker steering rack or
Ooh.
something like that, but you put some sticky tires or something on it, and
It's getting dropped in my lot right now.
he just posted that for sale. It's on Facebook.
Of course.
It's not a Porsche.
No, he has two of them.
Oh,
Is it
no.
mobile?
Look, we had
It's what succeeded it.
Clear.
no, it's not a consigliere either.
Twin turbo. He said this one's got a twin turbo Duratec with like it's been warmed over. It's like 500 horsepower.
No.
No, it's a Rogue. Yeah, Q1,
Go to Facebook
Rogue
Marketplace,
something.
type in-
Rosan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It presents well. Well, we'll get into that after
Check
this.
that out in a little bit. Yeah.
So that might be halftime.
What else? I don't think I did anything else car related. I think I fixed most things for very little money on the C43. I ended up needing a throttle position sensor, and I found some messed up wiring that fixed the kind of transmission issue. I think I still probably have to fix the wiring, but little things. It'll kind of bring the car back around for like $250, which is fine. Obviously, it needs some other things, but that'll happen at a later date. It runs and drives fine. Pete, weekend cars, buddy.
It's been 2 weeks.
Ferrari
since I ran it.
Pete.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I got the white Ferrari on the road.
That's
Yeah.
again, I don't know who listens to this, but he bought a Texas sight unseen Ferrari 365 2+2 V12 manual that sat in a barn for 30 freaking
38
years,
38
38 years,
Yeah.
and it's running and driving at this point.
Surprisingly well.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, in the comments, where's his YouTube channel at? Who wants to see? He's got some footage, but who wanted to see that thing come back?
I have the footage.
Okay,
So I will-
the people probably want to see this.
Yes,
Right.
We'll get it together. It's pretty. So I wound it out to 6,500 RPM. It was not happy going
I
over
heard it.
5,500.
Well, you know.
It started breaking up, but I said, well, we're going to try the Italian tune-up on it. And the more I drive it, the better it's getting. So it's coming around. It still needs a lot of work, but it rides amazingly well. Like
Yeah.
it is smooth, no vibration.
It's like my old Rovers. It's like
kind of amazing.
old worn out suspension, sometimes better than.
Yeah, it rides amazingly, and it does have the power is there when it decides. There's like a 3 to 5, 5,200.
Yeah, your rev range.
200, it runs beautifully.
What it
in
does
there,
is it
so-
makes the 400 automatic you have kind of irrelevant at this
so
point.
Now I've got to get that put together and sell that because I don't
Which
need
is
two of them.
which is why you don't drive a manual BMW and an automatic Mercedes back to back
Yes.
if you're an enthusiast. You just have to keep them in separate categories.
Yeah, and I had thought of, hey, maybe pull the 5-speed out of 365, put it in the 400. It's in much nicer shape, but I can't.
Rat-
Oh, I don't
Rat-
remember if I sent it to you, but they just came out with a 6-speed transaxle to go in the
I
C8s.
saw that.
Yeah, that would look real nice in the back of.
Yeah. Put that, take
No,
that
we
V12.
talked about it yesterday. You're selling the 400 to fund other things because there's other things in the works.
And on that note, I'm going to look at a 928.
Oh, I thought
So it's
I thought it was gone.
No, Jensen's like, hey, if you're interested in 928,
Oh, that's a better
it's
idea.
a Euro 928S 5-speed
Yeah,
running.
They've got the
unlike
smell.
those other ones.
They've
So-
got
that's
the
a
smell.
great rally car.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be a really good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go look at that tomorrow. See where that goes.
Cars you should put 1,000 miles on. Put 928.
Yeah. I bet you my car could tow
I mean,
that
you
car
see
though.
the car as I drive.
Yeah.
I have no fear when it comes to that. I drove my 355 1,500 miles.
That's way more reasonable.
Just like Doug, you know what? We're gonna do this right now, just like Doug. So you're gonna be Crazy Pete from now on, just so we.
You
have,
know, that's actually the second Crazy Pete I know. The other
I mean-
Crazy Pete's Mercedes guy down in North Carolina. He races.
that guy. Yeah.
Pete.
I'll say is
Ortiz,
drive your
yeah.
cars. Don't park them and stare at them. Go drive them.
Yeah.
They're way better. when you
keep the
drive
miles off them.
We almost have like too much things for this
them.
segment
Or if
too.
you have a car that's
Yeah.
in Park and City, call
I
me
gotta
because
go
I
out
will
front.
come and buy
Yeah.
and drive it.
Rent a Pete.
I forgot. I also rebuilt the brakes in my Ferrari. My Mercedes.
Yeah, you fucking wish, bud.
And blew a flip fuel line, and I was road testing it last night. And the SEC actually kind of handles pretty good for such a big car. Those things are set up nice.
It's a nice car,
Yeah,
especially now that you lowered it. It just looks right.
yeah,
Looks much
it's
better
very
already.
chuckable. Again, it won't come out of the corners due to like they get the Bowden cable, or whatever. They don't downshift super well.
Chuckable cars.
They don't. You can throw her around. All right. I don't want to lose that. Let's
me go.
pause here.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Riding in it, it's very comfortable. The seats are really nice.
I think I'm going to stick with the Esprit though. As a, from a comfort perspective and aesthetically, my medium take. I like the looks of an Esprit more.
I like the looks of Esprit. I wouldn't want to take it on a long rally.
Yeah, well, it's a little too much car for you. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. No, you don't even. Yeah, no one's ever put their foot on into it either.
if a Lotus,
How many turbos on your 355?
if a Lotus intimidates you, it's fine. Don't
That's
worry
right.
about it.
Yeah.
It also has a 1,500 higher RPM red line.
Man, we had a 348, which is basically a 355, and
It's actually lighter and
an
faster,
Esprit right next to each other, both yellow on the other side of the shop.
Oh, I
And it
love
was like, oh man, 348 kind of looks like shit right now. Like the Esprit was just like such a better yellow.
Yeah, the yellow on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
This looks great until you put it
Yeah,
next to
but
a yellow Esprit.
these wheels make this car.
You know what makes this?
Oh, hey,
Body colored logo.
Do you
think-
doesn't have?
do you think Andy watches the podcast?
He does not. But
Okay,
you know whose car is really
no,
poor right
hang
now?
on. Don't tell Andy because it's gonna break his heart. But Fortner, the guy with the 456 that knows Andy, he was walking out and he tells Alex like, I would never say this to him, but we are not a fan of the gold wheels.
Oh yeah, it looks
I'd like
rad, but it's not. The wheels. You can't go from the 3-piece that he had on there to those.
but you can if you get paid thousands of dollars.
No,
He is
because
going to
I'd rather
get-
hoard the wheels.
But no, yeah, I would too.
Yeah, that never works out for you though. Ever.
It does.
No, not you. Him.
I have a pile of them at my house. All right.
Challenge speed lines. I still got those, and I'm going to switch to those, and I'm glad I kept because they're freaking ridiculous.
All right, new topic. Moving on.
We just gotta have the fluid conversation. You're too rigid.
On to it. You're the one saying to leave.
What? I'm back now.
Oh.
I left. We had a
He's gonna
halftime.
get Custom 3-piece wheels.
Yeah.
He is, but he also has a shop build that he is going to whine about for a long time because we're taking his whole dashes out.
What's
And he needs 2 new radiators.
We still haven't really figured out our path forward yet, so it's
What
gonna
do,
be
what do we say? So if you ever blow your heater core in your Ferrari Mondial,
no heater core yet.
They don't
we can
make-
get used for $1,000 or $1,400 or something stupid.
you got to talk about the context. You can't just have a conversation.
Oh, he's talking.
Yeah. So Andy he has a Ferrari Mondial. He blew his heater core on a rally.
miles from home. On
58 miles from home.
700 miles. Or 15
What did
miles.
what did you price out a factory one in comparison to a recore?
That was radiator. So his
Okay.
radiator, when he left for the rally, was already seeping. And
Oh, I forgot
we
about
we
that.
threw some
Yes.
JB Weld on it the day he was leaving,
Which is
and
what
that
else are you going to do?
actually held.
Yeah.
But we're going to preventatively
But
do
what
a
that
proper
did was
repair.
speak to the overall condition of the rest of the cooling system. if you're having
Yeah, so I guess 50 miles from Richmond, heater core let go. 50 miles after leaving and coming back.
50 miles
yeah.
after driving.
He made it like 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
1,500.
Look at this heater. Yeah.
Well, 1,450.
Um,
You didn't make it the last time, but yeah.
Yeah, heater core let go.
He shouldn't even have been upset about it. He should have been like, yes, I've
I don't think
won.
In retrospect, was that upset?
He gets
In the
pretty
moment,
butthurt about it.
Yeah.
He should have just left the keys with AAA, waved
Yeah.
the checkered flag, like, I did it. That's a win.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a 30-year-old exotic car, 35-year-old exotic car, and you go 1,450 miles with it,
Buddy.
that's a win.
And we,
That's a win.
I'd say 400 to 500 of those were hard. Like,
Yeah.
we were not taking it easy on those cars.
Extra
Yeah.
schmedium.
I mean, we saw his tires. He's got on the
Yo,
cords.
he got down to
He's
cord.
on the cords, so he needs
I told him, I was
tires.
like, you can do it, but they're going to be done.
I told him.
I didn't expect cord, but yeah,
'Cause
that's...
me and him both have like date stamp 18 performance tires on both our cars, and we were
he
always
paid
like,
for all the rubber. You should use
he
all the
used
rubber.
all his rubber. Those are shitty tires, but they didn't last.
Well, great time to swap to the 3-piece wheels and put some meats on it.
Yep.
But yeah, so
$5,000.
his heater core let go. They have plastic, ends on them like you see in modern cars, and I'm refusing to put a used one in. So I guess we're just gonna see if we can get one made.
I mean, it's nothing. It just has to meet certain dimensions. It's not like the flow of it or anything. It needs
Yeah.
to meet a certain Ferrari.
yeah, it's
spec.
kind of an odd dimension.
That's what I mean.
So I haven't found one yet. I'd love to just find
You should
one.
just find like an oil cooler, a transmission cooler one. Like
It's
nothing.
Anything will work.
Yeah.
All it is a mini radiator.
I just spent $500 for a custom Durali one for my trans cooler for my truck. Like they make shit. It's out there.
Yeah,
The dimensions,
it's.
there's a couple places that they do radiators, that kind of thing, and they'll just make you
Oh, that's where I started this journey. We were quoted about $3,000
Come on
for
in.
a dual pass radiator, no trans coolers, no oil coolers of any sort. That was definitely some sticker shock. So we'll see. We haven't really moved beyond that yet, since I wasn't expecting the car, so he's kind of in line.
Yep, and it's on a lift, so it'll be there for a while.
It's on a lift, so now I don't have to care.
All right, let's talk about our first topic. And this one, it's funny. This one, I've had it in my head for a very long time for some reason, and I figured it might also be in other people's head. Sitting in the back seat of a car, right? Either as a kid or as an adult, because I've got my cars that I'm referencing for this come from a couple different snapshots in life. You know, which of those back seats have left the biggest impression on me as a car person? And the first one, this is an odd one, but I remember I'm at the Philly Car Show in 2002 or 2003, and the thing to do there, because the cars had power, so that was the first year that the Lexus LS430 was released, the updated body style, long wheelbase. So I remember getting in the back seat of that. Me and my buddies were like, 11 or 10 years old or whatever we are. Lock the doors, sit in that back seat, fold down the armrest. It's got radio controls. It's got massage seats. It's got power seats. And that was the ultimate, everyone at that car show was spending 5 minutes locking themselves in the car and playing with the radio and the massage seats and the heated seats, because that was mind-blowing technology at the time in a Lexus too. This wasn't Mercedes. Yeah. This wasn't BMW. This was Lexus. So that LS430, and then actually the friend that I went with, his dad bought one at the car show, but like a pre-order, you know what I mean? And it showed up at his house. He bought that and a matching SC430, which is actually the other one I want to talk about, because that has no back seat, and I have also ridden in the back of a convertible SC430 parallel.
Shit, you just gave me my second car.
Parallel, being like, even as a kid, like, this isn't even cool. Like, this is just downright silly, because there was no room for my legs. And I'm just going to go through the list because...
You got a whole list?
I've got a few. I know. Well, I'm
take all the cars?
I'm giving you guys examples, so hopefully it'll lock.
I already got two ready to go.
Some memories.
You've got no overlap with mine.
That's fine. The next one was, let's call it a 2011 Ford F-150 quad cab. Because I remember we're in college, my buddy got one, and I feel like up until a certain point, like the quad cab trucks, even though there was a full-size rear door, there wasn't like any leg room or room for anything. And I remember getting in the back of this one and being, I don't know if anyone listening, it is the same cab size and the same configuration now. I don't know when they changed body styles. Maybe it was like 09 to 10 or something. They had the more mod. They went to the 5.0 and blah, blah, blah. And that back seat and the leg room you had is enormous. You could sit almost in the leg space in front of yourself.
Let me tell you about pickup truck rear seats. My wife has a full-size Range Rover.
And your pickup truck's bigger.
And my F-250,
it's the same dimensions.
My F-250 is my ideal road trip car.
It has the same dimensions as the 150.
Dude,
that cab hasn't changed.
I don't know.
I
definitely fact check me, but I think it's bigger.
No, it's exactly the same.
I don't think so.
The cab is the same. I know.
I'll die on that.
I know you have a truck, but you haven't been in a lot of trucks.
Brother! It's a whole different... There's no way. It's a whole different...
No, it's the same cab. It's the exact same cab.
But anyway, my knees are like 9 inches away.
That's
from
like your car seat. You can put a suitcase in front of a car seat in the back. And my last one was a W126 and W140 long wheelbases, just because you get back there, little fold-out mirrors. The W126 that I was in this is the first oldest car that had like the power seats, reclining, tilt, blah, blah, blah. I think that was offered in the Euro spec ones and some US 560s at some point. And I thought that was just neat and wild, and those left the lasting impression, because heated power seats in the 80s in the back of an old Mercedes that was like $2,000 back in the day. All right, so I'll kick that back over. Those are my back seat.
Are there any cars left? That was like every car ever made.
Well, so I think I grew up, I'm a little older than you guys, so...
Model A, Model T.
Yeah. When you mentioned this, my thought immediately back to as a kid, where we didn't have a car, I
hadn't really figured out seatbelts yet.
Seatbelts were not required.
Yep.
So I remember riding
57.
my uncle's, I think it was like a duster or something. Riding on the package tray by the back window, just laying up there.
Yeah.
We're looking out the back window.
Burning.
There's
like a couple dead bees.
We'd hit a bump and I'd go flying.
I'm glad I'm going last because you guys are giving me all the reminders.
That's
here.
why I had a bunch of ones lined up.
They had a Volkswagen Beetle. I remember as a kid, me and my cousin Christina riding in the back of that thing. Like,
stop talking about my Porsche like that, man.
4 or 5 years old, just bombing around in the back of the Beetle.
Yeah,
that was the right size back seat for little kids.
Yeah.
And then the other pickup truck, I used to just ride in the bed of like.
Oh, that's the best.
My dad had a 2-door Ford Courier.
It also wasn't frowned upon.
Ford Courier, cool truck.
I would lay underneath the canoe. And just ride back there, 2-hour trip.
No phone, just staring at the top of a canoe. That really explains a lot.
I'd bring like a Mad magazine or something to read.
Oh no, he's retarded. Now he likes cars.
You can't hear anything till you stop, and you're like,
trucks with back seats. Those were the ones that were memorable. Not any comfortable, nice.
No.
Most of my backseat ones were shitty experiences. Yeah, you remind me of TR6. I remember riding to a car show in Virginia Beach from Richmond, and on the parcel shelf of a TR6 with me facing one way and Fatsy's son facing the other way. That was long ride.
We did the drive. Was someone in the backseat of a Healy when you?
Yeah, I think my wife went into the back seat so she could sit sideways in the 3000 at one point.
We were going fast.
But
toes to chin there?
Well, we were pretty small, but yeah, we were facing each other.
Yeah, what's the opposite?
Which actually, my next one is basically the same exact scenario. It was like a 92 S10 or something, and it had the fold down rear seats that faced each other.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
same with the Ranger.
Yeah.
I remember riding one of those.
Actually, I did forget one. Jeep, like a 2003 Jeep Wrangler. I rode in the back from Vermont in the winter to Pennsylvania.
Well, the other stories I was thinking about was times I've slept in the backseat of cars in college, usually after a party. One of them was in the Jeep CJ7.
Yeah,
and
not a good
you want to
choice.
talk about waking up the next morning.
I feel like in that you're just in the front seat. Yeah. You don't even try in the back seat.
I was like, I folded the 2 seats forward and sat in the back seat.
I left the keys on the hood. Like they're outside. I can't even get them.
Or another one was my buddy had a 2-door Sunbird. He got locked out of the house. This is a long story, but
it's already
like
a bad
90s,
start.
Like a 90s?
Oh, you're already in a 2-door Sunbird. It's already bad.
What in the upstate New York are you talking about? Because that is an upstate New York is rusted.
He's 6'4", trying to get in the seat. So I found a basketball and I wedged it between the seats so he couldn't. He got pissed because he's like up against the steering wheel all night, and I had wedged it there so he couldn't go back. So yeah, those were my memorable. No massaging.
Nah, what Rich Boy over here is doing.
They weren't my cars. None of the cars I referenced were cars that I own.
My nice one was a Chrysler LHS. That was the back seat.
Man, when they came out, those were.
That was a big back seat, but still no footroom though.
As a kid, the age I was at, it was
didn't
fine.
Matter, yeah.
But I liked it because my brother couldn't reach me, which was pretty game changer coming from a Nissan Maxima.
I mean, it was until they started doing long wheelbases. Every sedan, if you had long legs, you had a big back seat but no legroom. Even the American cars, the Cadillac we had. What was it? A 60 or 73 500.
This thing was like 18 feet.
It was 18 feet
No, that's
long.
not 23 feet long.
Yeah.
I don't think I went big enough.
Big wraparound back seat, but no legroom, even with the seat up. Like you have no place for knees. Yeah,
still fucked.
And again, it wasn't until the long wheelbases came out, and then cars kind of started figuring out the ergonomics that the seat game got a little bit better.
You really got to question humanity there. That nobody was like, we should just do legroom on one of these. Like nobody thought of that at any point.
I don't know. Have you been in the back of a Porsche Macan?
What were y'all doing in the '80s, Pete? What were y'all doing?
Yeah.
Too much canoe breathing.
We all grew up and we're like, we need more legroom.
Yeah. Like some brands have figured out like the contour of the driver's seat where you can like kind of get your knees in there and it's like shaped for it. Like that's fine.
You get the smart people like the McLaren F1, really stagger that seating position.
That's almost better than some of the back seats I've been in. It's like, I'll just leave somebody at home. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so that's back seats. I think we covered a lot of that.
A lot of back seats.
I guess Maybe I'll save the other one. Do you want to do the cars that left greatest impressions or the diabolical driving behavior?
I don't really have anything that's not obvious for diabolical
That's fine.
driving.
Well, we got to think of that one then. All right, cars left the greatest impression.
All right, mine's easy. Not this one, but Beck 550. Drive a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Absolute right. It's actually coming back too. Next week, 2 weeks from now.
That was like the
that
first
like
one.
silver blue one.
Yeah, those are your first photos back here.
Yeah. Back when this looked like a showroom. But my God, it's just such a pure, fun driving experience.
Yeah.
Which you will soon be enjoying. Let your hairs blow in the wind.
Yep.
Just absolute blast. I think lower the windshield, bigger the smile. That's my my general philosophy.
Yeah, I mean fortunately and unfortunately, that's that whole category of cars. And anything like this,
No, this is absolute right.
you're gonna have a good time.
You're just gonna have a good time.
But
That's
I
just the
feel
way it
like
is.
this is kind of again.
I just like the
You know
lines
you're
of
gonna have a
550
good
more.
time. Is there anything you didn't think you're gonna have a good time in? And there's one that you haven't mentioned that you just haven't thought of.
That I didn't expect to have a good time in.
Yeah, we
I didn't
talked
know that
about
was
this
the
car a
rules.
lot. It's an Italian SUV.
Oh yeah, Stelvio.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fun car.
Alfa Stelvio.
Yeah, it's light on. Feels very light on its feet for what it
quick
is.
steering rack
Yeah.
with a little tuny tune. That 2-liter turbo wakes up, and you feel like you're in the Quadrifoglio version, or like you feel like you're Quadrifoglio version.
Side note on the Giulia Quadrifoglio are getting cheap.
They are.
I've been
I
watching.
It's a lot.
It's a
M
lot
Fighter.
of car. We don't have a venue to use that car though. There's no rally. There's no thing that car. But it's a cool car to drive around for like
Sounds mean.
32 grand.
BMW's way better, but
32 grand.
looks good,
Yeah.
sounds good, way more unique.
Yeah. All right. So you got your Beck. What else?
Oh, I didn't know I was doing multiple.
Ah, don't look around.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
E36 M3. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. What are the rules? Do I have to expect to not have a good time?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of cars that fall in the category of like cars that most people haven't experienced. Like, because the ones I was gonna say, it was the Alpha, assorted Healy 3000 is a riot.
Yeah, but like leaving big impressions, like an E36 M3 was not a new car when I was in high school. So they weren't really attainable, at least for me, but like for some of the kids in my school they were. And I remember like some of them had some pretty nice ones, like, oh man, that'd be sweet.
I feel like that car in period wasn't that cool. I never lusted after one until recently because it just kind of was like a car.
Like 2010, I thought they were cool as shit, but I guess I also just kind of retarded. So
I mean, again, that car has gotten better with age. I mean, that car has aged gracefully.
I mean, there was a big time period actually where people were
$5,000.
People were jumping into E46 M3s on the track and then going back to the E36 pretty quickly.
Yeah,
which people don't really do that anymore, but like they're definitely a little bit just more analog and kind of have that more connected feel. E46 way faster. I mean, not even close, but like it's just a very different. Well, also the E36 sounds better.
I think the E36 punches above its weight class, and I think by the time the E46 came out, it is comparable to other things, but like.
Well, I think if we had gotten
it tries a little bit too hard.
If we had gotten the real E36 M3, it wouldn't even be close for me.
It's true.
I had a 95, which had the
S50 3-liter.
Yeah.
That's what my first one was.
I really like that car a lot.
No, I'm not saying
Dude, it's so torquey. Like it's such a much better driving experience around town than like the high-strung race cars.
So the ones that left an impression on me, there can be some oddball. One is my buddy.
We can tell by your current garage.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy in college had a Buick Grand National.
Yeah.
And the first time I drove that, and you hit the gas, and it kind of takes
move
off
up
like
so
a
you get
normal,
his mic,
3.8 V6 car, and then all of a sudden the turbo kicks like 20 miles an hour. It just started spinning the tires. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Hot take. First of all, hot take. Bring back unpredictable turbos.
Bring back lag.
These
that'd be a good shirt.
Smooth, stupid turbos that don't feel like turbos are fucking boring.
That car was
fuck area under the curve.
Riot to drive. It was an adventure. Like
right. What's wrong with that? With sticky tires these days, like again, it's like
bring back bias plies.
Even then, because you'd light your tires up at 20 miles an hour, all of a sudden you'd be like, and it would take off. That car left a massive impression. And it was like that car you could hit the cruise and drive 80 the AC, it would get 25 miles per gallon, and you could drive it all day.
And that was just a Joe Dirt car in like 2005. Like the guys that had nice ones, sure, but like who really cared about a Grand National until COVID, and these guys started pulling them out of a garage, and people forgot about Typhoons. You know, like no one knew about. Only car people knew about.
Would like to get is the '89 Turbo Trans Am because it has the same drivetrain, but it actually had a decent suspension because the Grand National was a wild.
Yeah, it had like the sports suspension and it still had the cool notchback or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be cool. The other one that was my 355. Like there was one of those where I'd wanted one that's like Don't Meet Your Heroes.
Yeah.
That car like exceeded my expectations.
Oh man, that's a whole episode.
That's why I have it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever gotten that experience. Meeting the hero and
it was because I had never driven a 355. I'd driven a 348.
No, that was worse.
And I'd driven a Testarossa because I was in the market.
Oh, bad move.
And they were fun, but I was like, you know what? I can for the same money I can get a 355. It's objectively it was a little bit
Testarossa would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, Testarossa was cool, but that was more of a GT.
There's
it's not as nimble.
No.
It's a little
355
bigger.
drives way better.
The 350.
So then I bought the 355 on eBay.
Oh, back when you could still do that.
We were talking about that. Like my cousin that bought the 190 Cosworth. Like you could just buy weird cars on eBay, and nobody wanted that.
My dad and I flew down to Miami. I got in that thing, and I was like, this thing, it blew me away. My previous experience was in cars that had the nice light steering, and it had another 1,200 RPMs, which was the killer.
You could see the hair. You could see the hair in your arms growing when you gripped that oddly.
It sounded wicked, and it took me about 500 miles to figure out that gated shifter.
Yeah. Well, 400 of that's warming up still.
And the natural thing is to kind of drive
do the slide.
Right?
Like,
apparently, your car shifts very good. Where the 308 I drove in Andy's car, it's fun, but it's not quick.
You have to be very purposeful with them.
If you drive it right, because I drove his.
Sure.
Here's the problem with them: everybody's afraid of them. They drive them like grandmas, and it's herky.
That doesn't sound like Andy.
It's true, yeah. But you're like, oh no, I don't want to hurt it.
You have to treat it like a rifle bolt. Bam, bam, just like you're clicking in a rifle bolt, and then it all comes alive.
Well, I try to be
500 miles to figure that out. Yeah. Like I didn't, I was driving it gently, and it was all hurt. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? I got on it, and I just shifted hard, and I was like, oh man, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And then but that was one where you meet your hero, and I'm like, I'm never selling that car because it's so much fun.
That is the car you don't. It's worthy of that. Some people have weird, stupid car like a DeLorean that does nothing for me. So like, never felt like. But a 355 from a value standpoint and an engagement standpoint, and just a general people, it is a car that was unloved and now is appreciated and is fully. Right, regardless of whether people didn't like it and now they like it.
I feel like every reason you just gave to have one is just irrelevant. You don't care about value if you're not selling it. You don't care what other people think. It's just fun.
It's one
of
those things that just kind of worked out. Your taste, the rest of the world caught up to your taste.
You've made money on paper.
It's not about money.
Validation, that's even worse.
It'll be never be realized. But that's
do cars for yourself.
So those are the two cars that stick out.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. If you buy cars and you would not for the money, and they catch up to the money, it validates your taste.
Yeah,
and
you look like a genius.
You look like a genius. Yeah, that's what we all try to do.
But
right?
it's like you're
unless
stop going up until you sell. It doesn't matter.
Right. So my kids someday will get the benefit of that.
No, yeah.
Well, and then they'll sell it for way less than it's worth because they don't know or care. And
there won't be much left.
We're right back where we were. Or you total it when you're 80. Both equally likely.
I'm gonna pause it because I don't want to lose the footage here. And then yeah, these are our hot boy chairs.
I got these from Zach when he moved.
All right,
thanks, Zach.
We are back talking about cars that left the greatest impression. Pete's mentioned a few. Mike's mentioned a few. I've got a few, and they're not new, but I'm going back to my days detailing. I spent probably 4 years of my high school time detailing cars from a certain era, right? And that's everyone harkens back to the cars they kind of grew up around. And I grew up around all those late 90s, early 2000s, interesting, the XJRs and the E55s and the ML55s and the D2s. And the next one on the list was the first gen Cayenne Turbo, because my little 16-year-old ass had to go drive that to a dealership after we detailed it. And in 2005, the grainy cell phone, flip phone, Crazer footage I have.
Oh, he had that crazier one.
Had that? No, it's the small one. It's the one for girls.
The crazy razor.
On 202 in sport mode, put my foot down, and that was it was a Turbo S, 550 horsepower.
Yeah, that is a lot.
I mean, that was the fast. It's probably to this day one of the fastest SUVs, even compared to the new ones. It was.
I remember going down this rabbit
insane.
hole, and like the Gen 1 was 450. And then over the next 15 years, it gained like 25 horsepower or something. Like it was like already right there from the start.
It looked
ugly
good.
car though.
It felt
ugly
planned.
car.
Ugly car.
I think by 2008, I thought they were like, "Whoa, man, that looks old and ugly."
The 09s were nice. Like the 958 or 9, whatever they changed.
I think Porsche. They tried to make everything look like the 911, and it just
they had but they're the
wrong.
Unfortunately, they were trying to make it look like the wrong 911 though at the time.
Bring back runny egg headlights.
Right.
It just doesn't work scaled up. Like
Remember the outrage at that? I feel like that's something that doesn't get talked about anymore. But like Porsche's doing an SUV, like man, you kind of forget that.
That's a whole other topic of cars that are better to drive than they should be. A 996 will always be
like, oh, now we need it. They're making a ton of money.
A 996 will always be a better car to drive than a 997 because you'll drive it harder and you'll care less about it. I feel like that's my thought on that. No, 996 versus 997.
Oh.
You'll almost have more fun in it because you'll care less and you'll drive it harder, and that creates a different level of fun. But that's a different topic. My next car on the list, I'm not going to talk about Mercedes because my first car was a Mercedes and that kind of kicked off my whole taste in cars and whatnot. But the next one was another Cayenne. And actually, it's what led me to buying my 997 was my buddy, we traded in a Power Wagon for a 2011 Cayenne Turbo S. So
how many times has that
turbo.
ever happened?
Yeah.
Has anybody else ever traded in a Power Wagon on a Cayenne?
The adventures of Troy and Grant in the late 2010s when we just had a couple of bucks and nothing to do. We just go drive around to car dealerships and try to get trades and screw around, and it was a blast. So
Power Wagon for a Cayenne Turbo.
I don't think that's ever happened.
That Power Wagon got him in a little bit of trouble, so we decided to
get him into a fast SUV.
Yeah, sometimes the ass end kicks out at late night and peaky, draw the wrong bit of attention. So we got this. It was on the great 20-inch gray wheels. It was a one owner, 60,000 mile Cayenne S, not a turbo, not on air suspension, so it was on regular coilovers, and it was great. That car blew my mind. The handling, the acceleration, the ZF7 or 8 speed was quick and awesome. And I had a E550 4MATIC at the time, and I couldn't keep up with this thing. And I remember going, "Oh, that's the Porsche difference. Is this thing is built solid. It can go 140 miles an hour with no problem with people in the back." And that's what kind of made like, if this SUV is so good, what does the 911 feel like? And that led me to...
Turns out, slower in a straight line than the SUV.
Slower in a straight line than the SUV, but built like a tank and super interesting in that standpoint.
Side note, when I sold my 99, my father-in-law came down. He was mad.
We can get.
It's not too late. We can get you another.
Yeah, I know they're done. That's kind of
not for that money. That was.
He was like, "I love that car. Why'd you sell it?"
You know why? Because you don't care about it. You can just drive it and not worry about it.
Well, you also did a very smart move and traded it out for a kit car. So
I was like, "Well, just go sit in that," and then watched him spend 5 minutes trying to climb in it.
And oh, really?
He's like, I don't know.
I mean, that's gonna be a way more fun driving experience than the 996, though, for sure.
I can always get another 996, but
yeah, I always get another 996. Trying to think, I had another couple cars, but I can't remember now. The Cayennes, that was definitely they were game changers.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and then I got out of Porsche.
That's another thing that can't have happened often is you got to get. Porsche comes out with an SUV, and that's what gets Troy into Porsches.
Well, because if you were around that at the time, that was the golden area of Porsche value because the 997s were just phasing out to the 991. The 996 is worth nothing. A 993 was worth nothing. A 964
wait,
is worth
what year?
nothing.
What year
this
are we
is
in right now?
2017, 18.
Oh, okay.
Nothing was going on in the car world from an enthusiast. Yeah, there was no rush. There was no. These things were sitting on used lots.
Calm down a little bit, air cool.
Yeah, but that means
man,
people are reaching.
I remember like 2016 thinking man, I can't wait for this air-cooled stuff to calm down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Boy, did I not know what was
I
going to
think
happen.
there's people that this is another huge theory. The people that bought those during COVID that thought they needed it and wanted it are now realizing that they have to pay maintenance and they're not air-cooled guys and they don't love it and they can get something different and they're going to take a loss on it. So that's what I'm here for.
They're dropping a little bit, but they're never going to get back.
I mean, maybe when, we're 80 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm 80 years old and you're dead for 10 years.
All right, our last segment is the auto auction analysis. What's been going on at the auto auctions? And a couple notable sales that I watched was a 94, I can't even remember the year. It was 94. What did I tell? Let's call it a 93 or 94. 993 Targa, silver, California, 2-owner, sport wheels, $10,000 reach in service.
Tiptronic.
No.
Ah, nice.
6
Oh, 6 speed. You say 6 speed.
Yeah, I was talking to Patrick about
I was
it.
just waiting for you to let me down somewhere in there.
Sold just a regular auto auction in California for $89,000. And that's a lot of money, but for a Targa 993.
Why would you not get this?
Right. Buddy, I know.
That money?
It's so much easier to get into a
Porsche had
993.
the Porsche had 111,000 miles on it. That has 28,000 miles on it.
And it's a way
The Porsche probably presents a little bit better with 100 more thousand miles.
993 is probably my favorite Porsche.
And this is purely from a market
But
standpoint,
it is
where
not a $90,000 car.
it is these days. It's not.
There's so many other
If
cars
I'm
that
going to
get
spend
that much.
$90,000,
Oh,
I'm going to
absolutely.
buy a 964, not a 9.
Yeah, I'm more of a 964 guy. I like the harsher lines.
I like
too.
the harsher lines.
I like the 930 and the
Californication.
993. For whatever reason, the 964,
Yeah,
it's like a weird
Interesting.
tweener for
which
me.
is weird since that would have been like the new one for you for a long time.
Yes. So other notable. I mean, there's been a lot of Land Rovers. We're seeing more and more pop up sporadically. A lot of 08s and 09s recently. There's a lot of deals that can be had on 5-liter .3 L322s.
If you've never driven one, they're great.
They are great. They are scary. Everyone that says they shouldn't, I get messages all the time. People that want to tiptoe into that, they want to spend like $7,000 or $8,000, which you can do it, but just remember that timing belt, chain, supercharger service. That's going to cost you the same amount as the car. So when I tell people is get the one you want, the right color, no rust, because you're going to spend that money. I was just talking to Jansen today about a 12 autobiography. He'd be in it. It's under 100,000 miles, be in it for like $12,000. And I'm like, at least get the
12's a
autobiography.
good year though. I mean,
Yeah, it's a 12. It's a laser
probably has the
cruise,
radar. Yeah,
Good wheels. Where is it? I'll show you. Yeah, I mean, black on black, white leather headliner.
Ah, man, the autobiography bumpers though.
But it's got the good wheels. The front bumper's not great. The back, I like the back bumper. You're not
fine.
off-roading.
The front really bothers me. It looks like a.
But for
Pimp My
like
Ride bumper.
$12,000, even if things go wrong, the autobiographies are not losing value at this point. So you have the top of the line, most desirable one. And if you drive that car around, you put some work into it, if you do it yourself, it will be worth more to somebody. If you buy it for 12, someone will come up to you and pay you something at some point if you've proven that it's reliable. So that's where.
When are we going to start seeing those show up at the Rover events, like in force, in mass?
Andy needs to. Well, no, he's already
I'm
crashed
just
his. He
saying,
can't
like
do it.
they're objectively better than.
They've got rear lockers and all the
They're
yeah,
Discovery and
yeah, but you don't want
They're
to
so
push that into a
big. So
tree.
we kind of went down this
They're
rabbit
huge.
hole. The visibility also, like they've got okay
not
turning
bad.
radius. Relative to a D1 or a D2.
I've wheeled mine pretty enough, and it is great, but I just
Tell me you can't see better in a D1 or a D2.
no, but you can see pretty good. It's not horrible, but it's not better. Okay, so this one, you haven't even seen this one yet. 2010 Range Rover, full size, one owner, blue on tan and blue interior, 56,000 miles.
Oh, we should buy that.
Hey, somebody should buy it. It's
Unless
at
somebody
a
else wants us to buy it for them.
5.0, new tires, one owner.
5.0 or
Five-
5 liter or
five-
5.0
both.
CR.
Oh, look at
What
that's
the-
Buckingham blue, this interior. I mean, that is
When's it run?
that is white lady clean.
Oh yeah.
That's country club clean.
Where is it?
2010, brother. It's in Detroit, but not rusty.
Classic rust-free state. Let's do it.
Yeah, people didn't. People don't. I'm over.
That
it.
looks like it stayed in a garage over the winter.
You can tell by seeing rusty bolts and things on the engine. This does not have it, but the blue interior with the blue
That's
piping
nice.
and everything. Who cares if they're not the upgrade?
I mean, the
chains,
mileage.
They're all bad.
That's insane. Oh, who
I mean,
cares?
Who
It's
cares?
not that big a deal.
56,000. Right.
I bet you that's had regular oil changes. It'll probably never need.
And
changes.
when I say regular, it's probably had 3.
Yeah.
If it did the
It hasn't
following.
had time to wear out chains
Yeah.
yet.
So what happened? You know the thing that kills them, right?
Yeah, it's the
Lack of service.
service and the oil
Extended-
weight.
It's the cooling system. People let them overheat.
Yes.
The chain's brittle, and then they go bad.
Or they
Well,
don't
they also
but
just never
the
get oil
oil
changes.
change duration is also 15,000
Yeah.
miles
Well,
or something.
the problem is the cooling system has to be gone through every 100,000 mile, like
See, you're only halfway there.
Yeah, halfway
56,000 miles.
or age, right? Because it's half plastic.
Yeah, no,
It's all that
absolutely.
BMW shit. So the plastic goes, the cooling system overheats. That makes the chain guides.
Yes,
brittle,
but it's
and they
also
go
the
bad.
owners who don't even realize it's overheating and the dummy
They
temp
that's
gauge.
why they have a coolant reservoir
I do hate
level sender.
Yes. By the
Yeah.
time it's overheated, the engine is cooked, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen.
You're
Yeah,
gonna-
those dummy
Yeah.
gauges
Even if
are
it's not your chain
atrocious.
guide.
Just like a
the next
turkey,
10,000
just like a turkey in the oil, brother.
And I
She's
know that
on
from
fire.
experience. I had 2 BMWs where that happened. It overheated. 10,000 miles later, I was doing chain guides.
Well,
too.
this is
That's
a
no fun.
Jag engine, so take
No,
your
it's-
German
yeah.
crap
I mean, it's the
out of
same
here.
shit plastic that they use in it.
Say
All
no,
right,
it's
so
not.
that's going to be our show today. Thank you for tuning in, watching. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube. Please subscribe. Trying to get the numbers up a little bit. If you like this type of automotive-centric conversation, please check us out. More to come. Anything else from the guys before we take off here?
Bye. I love you. Make good choices.
Make good choices. See ya.
Don't talk to strangers.